Welcome to another vlog, and today a little bit relaxed environment, as you can see, because I want to talk about something that is very, very important, guys, okay? Depressions. Well, depressions are, states of our mind where we function less actively. It could be a misfunction by the brain itself, but it could be also feelings that overwhelm us. And it shows that technology and all of the new opportunities that we have now in 2021 are actually increasing the depressions over time. And this is a huge market if you want to be in, okay? So as always, guys, make sure to make your own research. The stock today is presented by a partner today, so make your own research. And this is not a recommendation to buy or sell the stock. This is very important. There's a link into the article where they go really in detail for exactly this stock, and we will go into this article. But before that, I want to go into the history of depressions first, because depressions were a long time seen as weakness. So people weren't so open about it. But as more and more stars, celebrities, actors, and so on came out and said, I have a depression or I have anxiousness, and this became a normal. And it's great that people can be so open, but it's even more great if a company out there like Mind Life Sciences, and actually I like how they spelled mind, because it's not like mind, it's with the Y instead of an I. So it's like you. They care about you. They care about the patients. They're creating psychedelic drugs that actually will be used for treating those people that having this disease. And there's billions of people on the planet Earth that has exactly this problem because of social aspects, because of cultural aspects, because of overwork. There's so many reasons where you can fall into the depression, and that's why this is so interesting if we finally can find great solutions. And who else could lead such a team better as a doctor? So he is a small snippet of the CEO, which I think tells a lot to where he's coming from, what he has done, and what he's up to. So here's a small 1-minute clip for you to introduce you to the person behind Mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm a medical doctor by profession. And in 1993, I had a brief glimpse into insanity and went into politics for 15 years. I became Minister of Social Services, Minister of Learning, Minister of Infrastructure and Transportation, Minister of Finance in the province of Alberta. I then went on and became CEO of a startup gene sequencing company. I became one of the founders of Flower and the first CEO, transitioning to become Chief Medical Officer. I now sit on about 4 or 5 boards, different boards. Several of them are listed on TSX as well. About a year ago, I was asked by Dr. Wilf Jeffries, our chief scientist, to take a look at his company and take a look at what he was doing. And I became quite amazed at what he had discovered. So I started working with him and ultimately ended up to where I am today, which is CEO of Mind Life Sciences. I believe one of the up-and-coming companies in the psychedelic space.
So now this intro is great, but let's talk about the top reasons in the article that I really would like you to read from the top to the bottom, because there's lots and lots of infos that may be needed for you to decide if this is an interesting stock for you. So let's dive into the article. So here are the top reasons from Mind, which is also the stock ticker, as you can see on the Canadian Stock Exchange, CSE, and they are telling us following points. With global mental health deterioration, the roughly 28.6 billion antidepressant market could be long overdue for sweeping revolutionary changes. Right now, about 264 million people are struggling with depression worldwide. I think this is an official number. And as you know, with official numbers, there's even bigger unofficial numbers, because I know friends that, didn't told anybody that they have a kind of, bad time, and sometimes the depressions are just, seasonal, maybe towards the winter or now after the huge health crisis and we were all under lockdown. Maybe this is also a big reason that people fall more and more into this kind of depressions. Now, think about that. To deal with depression, many turn to antidepressants such as SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. So you can imagine that our brain works like a machine, and there is some kind of, let's say, wheels that we can turn that makes the trick to let us feel better. And this is exactly what mind is developing. So you can see there is even more and more and more reasons, but I think one is even more important to know the status of the product. So currently Mind is planning for several clinical trials to establish the efficacy of its novel diagnostics and therapeutics, with plans to rapidly commence these in Q4 of 2021. If you don't know how the medical and health world works, if the stock really succeed with market those products, the stock can go parabolic. And talking about the stock, let's have a look where they are now. Life Services Inc. And as you can see, it's finally active. So the reason, or one of the reasons why we speak about this company is because they are actually quite new on the Canadian Stock Exchange. Okay, so here it is. CSE means Canadian Securities Exchange, and here's the company Mind Life Science. This is also the symbol, so if you want to look for the company, just look after MYND, and you can see here that it's not in the index yet, and you can see that it's pretty much flat. Okay, this means the following: either there is something not right, but in this case it's actually they are quite new to the stock exchange. Okay, listing date was just on Wednesday 26th of May 2021. So you can see here that actually you have now a price of $2.15, and this is Canadian dollars, guys, so don't mix up with US dollars. And actually you don't have any course yet because it just started to trade. So you can see that there is some, let's say, bidding already, right? There's a, let's say, small kind of spread between bid and ask. Volume is let's say still very, 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 very small. It went up already to 250 and the lows were at 2.1. So you can see here that the current price is still under the all-time high that it went, but it's not really, can be presented in terms of a proper stock chart. Okay, so you can be here very early. Always remember, guys, because the stock is under $5 Canadian dollars, it's a penny stock, right? And penny stocks, as you know, can be very volatile. It can be very, very going crazy amount of, multiples high in just no time. But on the other side, it can also go down in no time, right? So just be reminded of that. Make sure to stay tuned, and let's dive into the conclusion of this video. So in the conclusion of this video, I would love to say first, if you are one of these millions or even billions of people that are depressed, go and see someone. It's very important, guys. And if you want to be in this next generation of medical company, then maybe it's really worth to look into Mind. Okay, they have a great CEO, it seems, and a great future if those products will be approved. So it's definitely a moonshot. It's a penny stock, so you definitely have a huge potential, but it can be very volatile on the way to this day to pay out. Okay, so let me know in the comments below what you think about this stock or what you want to know more. Make sure to check out this article because this is very important to understand all the news and opportunities, the market, and so on. And finally, and this is the most important point, guys, make your own research. There's nothing more bad to not do research and just go into a stock. This is, in my personal opinion, a very, very big mistake. So check it out, and I'm really, really looking forward to hear from you if this is something for you. And I see you obviously tomorrow with a brand new vlog here on this channel.